There's too much of a close-up right here. Actually, it is sort of funny because what I wanted to talk to you about was, it's just, for those of you who know me and have known me for many, many years, I'm generally a social bee. I mean, I have no problem going out in social situations. I like being with people. But I'm finding more and more and more that I just want to stay home, or I want to stay in my office, because I really don't want to go out and be amongst people to see me. Because as you can tell, those who have been here, I, for the past couple of years, have been sweating up a storm. I mean, it can be like as cool as can be outside, and then my head will start pouring down with sweat. I mean, it's caused from many things. No, it's not menopause. But it is definitely from medication that I'm taking for PTSD. From 9/11, and it's also obviously from when I'm experiencing anxiety episodes from PTSD. And for no rhyme or reason, I just start dripping. I mean, I do understand now, women, what I think menopause is like, when you want to take your whole head and put it in a freezer and just pray for yourself to cool down. You know, but it's really making me develop a very bad self-image. You know, and if we're true with ourselves, a lot of us have really bad self-images. Most people I know don't look in the mirror and say, "Oh, look at me, I'm perfect." Well, there might be a few people who do that, but they're called narcissists. I have no politicians' names. No, a name was said back there. No, we don't talk politics, so it's not. But I don't think that really, if we're truthful, that there isn't something about ourselves that we wish could be a little different, you know? I mean, whether we need to lose weight, or whether we need to gain weight, or whether we'd like more muscles, or whether we would like more hair, or, you know, people question a lot of things, and there's so much that goes around somebody's self-image. I mean, if you have a bad self-image of yourself, you're going to often start having some very negative views about God, and perhaps, why is this happening to you and or to me? And some of the things is just body image stuff, but some of the other things are related to diseases too. I mean, think about all the ads you see right now for people with plaque psoriasis. I mean, if you've seen anybody with plaque psoriasis, they're embarrassed to show their skin, because there are certain people who will think that it's contagious when it's absolutely not. Or what about the teen whose face is filled with acne? Or the individuals who start losing the pigmentation in their skin. Or somebody who has to have a walker when they were so used to getting around on their own. And yet, society will often look at these people, us, and will judge or make judgments just by appearances without ever getting the chance or the opportunity to know the real you in you. You In Jesus' time, people were so concerned about people who were the others, those that had some sort of horrible disease, that they even had rules that were put in place that kept them away from everyone else. They had rules on leprosy. Now, in Jesus' day, leprosy isn't the Hansen's disease that we think of today, of leprosy with the fingers and the nose and all that coming out. That's not, it could have, that might have been part of it. But it really was any skin condition. So if you had a plaque psoriasis, or maybe you had eczema, whatever it might, definitely if you were losing pigmentation in your face, many different skin ailments, you would be considered unclean. And since people didn't know why this was happening, if they would get it or not, they actually had laws in place that said anybody who was diagnosed, considered to be unclean with a skin condition, had to put on the garments of a leper, had to leave the town, leave the city, and they had to actually send warning signs to tell people to stay away because they were lepers. Talk about socially shaming a whole group of individuals. These people would have absolutely no worth whatsoever. Nobody loved them. Nobody cared for them. Except one man, Jesus, who while walking along heard the cries, the shouts, the warnings, doing exactly what was supposed to happen. And Jesus looked at all of the 10 with pity, and he said, "Go and show yourselves to your priest, for you are healed." Imagine what that must be like. If you were completely shunned by society, you had absolutely no good view of yourself, and now all of a sudden you can go show yourself to the priest to verify that your body did not have the skin condition, you would literally be brought back from the dead. It's no wonder why Jesus sort of wonders why only 9 of them left and only one came back. But for me, it's not about that one person who came back. It's about the fact that Jesus is in the business of helping God's children realize that we are whole with Christ. That although we might have our own ailments here and there, we are made in the image of God, and that image is perfection in God's eyes. Where we might look in the mirror and say, "Oh, I don't like what I see," or "Oh, can I get some surgery like Dolly Parton?" Maybe not that much. But no, to be able to look in the mirror and say to ourselves, "I am a child of God. I'm made perfect." And then, better yet, when we are out in the world, when we see those who are shunned in society, whether it be because of their age or their race or their ability, whether it be their gender, whether it be their orientation, whether it be their religion, whatever it might be, no individual should be put down because of who they are. They should be loved and embraced. That's what Jesus did. That's what we're asked to do. And yeah, we still might have our own issues, our own ailments to deal with. That old 8-track tape sometimes just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, and old thoughts keep coming back and back and back. But Christ can smash that tape. And we can and will be made whole. And we can help others be whole with Christ.